Howdy everybody, it's your pal Misty, and it's the afternoon, so I'm awake. I did a video this morning, and some of you watched it. I'm sorry, it wasn't very good. Not that any of the videos are necessarily that great, but whew, this morning was a rough one. So let's talk about that for a minute. First of all, let's back up. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Oh, you're in a big hurry. So, I think y'all are gonna work right here on the mount. So basically the problem with this mount was it worked really well because it was right in the front. It's very low profile, but it kept sliding forward like the phone was too heavy or something. So, sorry, we're just trying to get into traffic. Like it was too heavy or something, so it kept falling forward. So we have double-sided tape. Double-sided tape at work. I stole it. I'm gonna bring it back tomorrow, but I did steal it. Is that bad? You shouldn't steal from work. But I was stealing with the intention of giving back, so I don't know. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't have said that part, but it's in here now, and so we're not gonna cut it out. Everybody, now I'm old and I'm a thief. I am a thief. You know what? We thought I wasn't maybe actually a thief the last time. Turns out we were wrong. I am a thief. I gotta get used to the video being in front of me again though, just to look at y'all here instead of over here. So let's talk about Misty in the mornings. I don't do them. I've said every year as I grow older, like now it's been 44 years and I still have trouble getting up in the mornings. It's not that I don't like life. It's not that I don't want to get ready to go with the day. It's not that I don't want to enjoy the day. It's that waking up is hard. I don't know why it's so hard. It's just difficult. It's really difficult for me to wake up. Now once I'm up, it doesn't mean that I'm ready to be up if you have to wake me up. So like if an alarm wakes me up, I'll get up. But as you can probably tell from this morning's video, or if you've been around me in the mornings, I don't do real good. You know, there are those people who are like, don't talk to me till I have coffee. I'm just like, don't talk to me. Just at all. Just in general. Just be shh. So I was thinking about when I was younger and still at home with my mom and dad and Chad, and my mom would want me to be ready for school on time, because that's the thing a child should do, is be ready for school on time. And I just couldn't be, so she woke me up earlier. So then I was just awake for a longer time and still didn't get ready for school on time. It didn't have anything to do with the time she woke me up. It had to do with the fact that the mornings are difficult. So one day every day she said, if you're not ready, I'm gonna leave you. And I was like, okay. So one day I wasn't ready and she left me, and I had to walk to school. Now please understand, this does not make my mom a horrible mother by any means, because the school was maybe like 2 miles away, if that. It's probably only a mile, maybe a mile and a half, but it was close, and I was like 16 at the time, so definitely something I would have been fit enough to do. However, I was not awake enough to do it, and I fell down. and I fell down really hard, and found some rocks which protruded into my knee, which caused a large amount of blood to come out of my knee. And I was like, that's okay, that's my fault. I was late and I'm not awake enough to walk. Which you could have predicted that. But then it was made worse by the fact that someone she worked with was like the youth counselor or her husband was or something. But anyway, somewhere I had gone to church, and so they had known me from the 1 or 2 times that I had visited, and so they pulled over and they saw the large amount of blood coming out of my knee, and they're like, "Oh, we'll take you to school." I was like, no, don't do that. And they're like, "No, you're limping and you're bleeding all over your clothes. You need to come with us so we can get you to school safe." And I'm like, "No, don't, please don't do that. Y'all gonna be in so much trouble." And they're like, "Why are you gonna be in trouble?" I'm like, "Because I'm supposed to walk to school, because this is my punishment." They're like, "Your knee is punishment enough. We're going to take you to school." So, of course, they took me to school, because I can only tell an adult no so many times, especially when I was younger. And so they took me to school, and then, of course, she went home, and, well, not home, she went to school, and she told my mom, she's like, "Oh, I picked your daughter up today." My mom was horrified. She felt like everybody's going to think she's a bad parent, which she wasn't. Just, she has a clumsy daughter who doesn't do morning time like a regular person. Natalie takes after me, from what I can tell. I remember staying at their house and hearing the laundry would be like, "Eat, Natalie," and I had these flashbacks like, oh my god, I remember that so much. And we just don't do the morning as well. Let us get started. Let us wake up. Let us get started. Maybe have a Dr. Pepper for some caffeine to perk up my brain. Which I don't do that as much anymore, but it used to be an everyday thing where I'd have a Dr. Pepper every day instead of coffee. Some people drink coffee. Misty drank Dr. Pepper. So Kaylee seems to be like her dad, which they're just up and at 'em and ready to go and talkative. There's a picture of Kaylee and Natalie, which is my favorite. It's Kaylee's, they're in the camper, and girls, let me know if you remember this picture, but y'all are in the camper, in my mom and Pop's camper, and Kaylee is wearing one of Pop's hats, like a wide-brimmed hat. And she is just perky and obviously wide awake and smiling and grinning at Natalie, and Natalie has this face like, "Why are we doing this so early?" And that's how I relate to the mornings. But why are we doing this so early? So I apologize for putting up that video before my brain was ready to go. I don't have anything else to say except for that. I do have to say that so far, though, the mount is sticking. I'll have to see how it works. And if it stays, of course, if it stays, I won't have to buy any more double-sided tape, but, and I guess if it doesn't stay, I wouldn't buy any more. Anyway, whatever. I'm not sure if this option would work on the other one because it's a heavier mount, so I think I may need to buy just a new adhesive bottom. Now, I will say I'm not dissing the mount for that because I put it like 4 places trying it. There's a video that I never posted of that camera in like 5 different places. So I stuck it, unstuck it, stuck it, unstuck it, stuck it, and then it worked for a few weeks. So I'll give it that, right? That was more me. If I had just found the place, stuck it, then we would have been fine. But that's not the way my life worked out for the mount. So either get a new sticky piece for the mount, which I'm sure I can get through 3M or something, one that would work. But that's what made me start thinking about the double-sided tape and that it may work for this camera. So far, so good. I guess that's really it for today. Just, like I said, wanted to give some recollection of the time when I couldn't get up for work. Nope, for school. And made my mama look like a horrible mama. She's not. She's great. She's a great mama. And I deserved all them things that I had to do. Although, you know what, Mom, I have something to say to you. Oh, I feel like this lighting's bad, but that's okay. I have something to say to you. When we were in Glen Rose, you left the hairdryer plugged in. Now, what y'all don't know is that I probably had to write 10,000 times that I will unplug the hairdryer. Only like 100 at a time. but I probably forgot 100 times, which is like every time. So sorry about that. But you did it. You left it plugged in, and I don't want to hear none of this. But back then it could electrocute you, and now they have safety stuff. No, I don't want to hear that. How's that for being smarty pants? You didn't unplug it, and you don't have to write sentences because you're fabulous. But that'll be it for today. Like this comment. No, why do I keep wanting to say like this comment? Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you know how. And comment down below. Are you a morning person or an evening person? And if you are an evening person, do you have any tips or tricks that help you be a morning person whenever you need to be? Because even if I need to get up early, I can do it, but I feel like I sleep halfway through the day and don't really remember anything that happened, and that can't be good. So, until next time, I'll see y'all real soon.